What's up guys, I'm Nuno Silva and in this video I'll show you everything behind the camera. How I have made and tweaked this setup for filming my videos. I'll be sharing some tips and tricks so you can get your setup up and running. Let's get into it. Welcome to the behind the scenes. This is the setup and I have here this newer CB100. Right now it's working as the main light and it's quite nice because it gives a very powerful light and it's quite diffuse with this soft box on it. It has the color temperature of 5600 Kelvin, which is the same as daylight, and it comes with a remote control which allows you to control the intensity, for example. I have it on this light stand which came with another newer light that I have, which is this newer 600D. And this light is actually great because I can control with my smartphone and it's RGB, so I can control all the colors that I want. But I use it mainly more as a field light. I added this huge 90 cm softbox to the key light. This is great to have a diffuse light, similar to what you have on a window with no direct light. I know there are many things to remember, so don't worry, I will give you the links to each piece of equipment in the description below. I shoot with a Sony A7 III full-frame camera with a Sigma 24-70mm f2.8 lens. I also have an 85mm f1.8 lens, which is great for portraits, but for this room it's too tight. Actually, let me swap it out so you can see the difference it makes. As you can see, the background has a nicer blur because of the 1.8 aperture, but it's just too tight for this room. Also, I have this camera on a video tripod. I recommend getting a heavy-duty tripod so it holds more weight on it. Actually, I have two tripods of this. Right now, this one is a Kayer BB30, but I also have a newer, which is even more stable, as you can probably tell by the fit it has. This is what the light would look like if I just used my monitor light and the lamp light. This is with the ceiling light turned on. It's not a pleasing light either. You can see a lot of harsh shadows from the top. Let me show you what it looks like with a small light without any softbox to diffuse the light. You can see the harsh and unpleasant shadow it casts on my face. It doesn't look good. Now compare with the newer CB100 light with a softbox to diffuse the light. And you can already notice a big improvement. I'm using this smaller, newer light as a fill, which is supported by this Joby Gorilla Pod. I really love this. It's super flexible and you can mount things pretty much anywhere. In addition to this light, I have accent lights where I can control the colors. I have a strip light here on my desk and a lamp light here. Both are connected here to my Google, and I just have to ask, "Hey Google, turn on desk and lamp." And voila, ready to go. I almost forgot. Sometimes I use a teleprompter in front of the camera. I'm using a newer X12 and use it to record the first part of my videos. I tried the teleprompter from another brand before, but it was not quite stable. In general, I find that my newer equipment has a better balance in terms of price and quality. Since English is not my first language, writing a script for the videos really helps. That way I can deliver the information as concisely as possible. The teleprompter comes with a remote, so usually I keep it in my hand's reach to control the script. I also have a desk tripod mounted here. I usually use this setup when I'm recording my step-by-step tutorials. It's kind of the same look as you typically see using a webcam. I just want to make a quick note here. This is equipment that I've been collecting for many years. From a young age, I always loved photography, and my very first camera back in 2002 was one that just shot at 320 by 240 resolution. If all you have right now is your phone and a window for natural light, you can definitely start shooting your videos. Look at this example with my phone and just a window light. But I wanted to show you all the gear I use for my videos these days. I also like to change the mood of my videos, so I don't have all this equipment set up in the same spot. Currently, I have 4 different setups and scenarios that I can use in my office. This office is about 3 meters by 4 meters. So it gives me plenty of room to play around. But if you have a small space, don't use the shortest length of the room. Instead, use the longest one. In this case, it will be this corner here. So this corner, if you shoot from here, it will be the longest one, and it will make your room look bigger. I have a motorized shutter on my window, so whenever I record my videos, I just shut it down so there are no light difference throughout the videos. Sometimes I can record for an hour or more, and if there are clouds passing by, the light change will be noticeable in the videos. But having this option of keeping it open or closed, it's great to create different light scenarios. I can go for a more dramatic look or a brighter one. I'm using 2 microphones. If I'm recording here at my desk, I'm using the Blue Yeti, which I have mounted on this desk arm, as you can see. And this way I can easily move it out of the way when I'm not using it, like so. And since I'm speaking close to the microphone, I'm also using this pop filter. And this pop filter, it removes all of those annoying poof, poof, poof sounds that you might hear if it's too close to the microphone. I'm also using a Rode Videomic Pro Plus, and this one I have it on a microphone stand, as you can see here. And I usually use this one when my microphone at my desk is not accessible. Both are very good quality options with different price tags. Let me show you an audio example. This is a microphone audio test. This is a microphone audio test. So what do you think? Which one sounded better for you? I prefer my voice on the Blue Yeti, but others' voice might sound nicer on the Rode microphone. It really depends on how you sound. After I set up everything related to lights and audio, I plug my camera into the computer so I can have it as a big camera screen to check how my image is. Sometimes I also use my phone as the camera screen if checking the computer monitor is not convenient. I shoot in S-Log, which you can call the same as shooting in RAW format. It records the image as flat as possible, so later in post-processing you have all the highlights and shadow information to play around with. Then I just go to Premiere, which is a video application I use, and do color grading on my clips. I adjust some of the highlights, shadows and saturation, apply a LUT and give back some color to the skin tones. And that's it. That's all the gear and the steps I take to create my videos. Would you like me to make a video about my desk setup next? I would love to know what you have to say. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and click here if you want to know my secret method that helps me get better results in everything I do, be it a YouTube video or a 3D render. And I'll see you in the next video.